Hi everybody, this is Sarah from Serenity. Today we're going to look at how the upcoming Mercury retrograde in Cancer is going to affect Aries natives. Now obviously there's thousands and thousands of Aries natives out there, and we're all going through different cycles and phases in our lives, so this may not resonate with everyone. If it doesn't resonate with you, no worries. Just pass it on by, and I do hope you find what you're looking for. If this does resonate with you, I have some good news and some bad news with this alignment. The bad news is, of course, this alignment will try your patience. The typical Mercury retrograde problems such as miscommunication, dropped phone calls, minor accidents, you drop your favorite mug and it breaks, those kinds of things for you Aries. If you want to know exactly what Mercury retrograde means, because the planet doesn't actually go backwards, you can watch this video. I'll link it up here and in the description box below. In this video, I wanted to just stress what's going to happen to you. Every sign will feel this retrograde a little bit differently. And for you, like I say, the bad news is it's going to try your patience more than anything. It's hitting you in communication, it's hitting you in also family and emotional areas. So hopefully during the course of this last year, you've been able to work on some of your family relationships. Unfortunately, it may feel to you like you've worked on some relationships only to see yourself grow further apart from other family members. And it's like you can't be what everyone wants you to be because it's in constant conflict with who you really are. And we're going to see more of those types of issues come up during the retrograde. I'll put the dates up here now, the pre-shadow, the actual retrograde, and then the post-shadow. For you, Aries, you like efficiency, you follow a routine because you're busy. You've got things going on. You want to seek out adventure. You don't want to be worrying, why is the mail 6 hours late? How come somebody hasn't returned your phone call when they were supposed to? Those kind of things drive you crazy. They're small irritations in the grand scheme of things, yes. So for you, that's what we're looking at, more irritation of this sort. We're also going to see people from the past showing up. You may also feel pretty nostalgic about past friendships and past lovers too during this time. So it's likely that you'll want to reach out there. Maybe you're looking through some of your boxes in your closet looking for like old letters or old gifts, things like that. You're not really that sentimental, but you have your moments, and this is going to be one of those moments, these few weeks that Mercury is in retrograde in Cancer. So if you do find someone from the past has reached out to you, what should you do? Well, that's totally up to you. But know that probably the reason that the friendship or the relationship didn't work out from the past is still there. So unless some major change has happened, while it's fun to go back and revisit the past, it may not be the lessons you want to continue or bring into the future. So just be aware of that. Your patience will also be tested with plans that you've made for travel, for work, for just going for a Saturday afternoon run. The best laid plans don't always work out, and sometimes you just have to laugh about it. And this is a really important time for you to follow the directions on everything you do and check and double check. So if you are working at home and you're emailing important documents, definitely check and double check that the person received them and they were able to open them, they were able to access them, print them, whatever needs to happen. Because that's what we're looking at. We're looking at frustrations like that. People saying they're going to meet you at 2 o'clock and they don't show up and are canceling at the last minute. And one more thing is going to try your patience. The emotions of the people around you, especially the people closest to you, people that you live with, people that you work with, people that you interact with every day, is going to probably drive you crazy, let's be honest, because these people are going to want more of your time. They're going to want to talk to you both online and face-to-face, and it's going to be an imposition for you. You don't have time, and it's not something that you really relish either. They don't want an email or a quick text message. They have feelings they need to discuss with you. And a lot of it's not going to make any sense to you because of this communication barrier and communication breakdown, but also because you don't have time for this. You're trying to get everything fixed and finished and caught up now so that you can move forward on some of these travel and adventure plans. And even just the idea of going out to eat at one of your favorite restaurants is something that you've missed so much, that you're so excited to do, you don't really have time to talk about somebody's childhood when you weren't even born then. So it's not horrible, but it's also not going to be that much fun. The best thing to do is remember to be patient with these people, because they're in this kind of emotional fog, and the water signs are going to be hit really hard. The fire signs, which is what Aries is, will have the least amount of patience for this, because it's not something that's in their nature to be overly emotional. And I don't want it to come off like Aries doesn't have any feelings, because you do. And you do get your feelings hurt, and you do feel very passionate about a lot of things. But on the other hand, this constant melancholy and morose that a lot of people are going to be going through is going to leave you pretty much flabbergasted. It's like, why are we talking about this, and why are we going back over the same ground? So just be patient with them, give them the time that they need. Other than that, everything looks like it's going to flow pretty good for you. Like I say, just check and double check appointments, check people receive documents on time, don't sign any documents, don't buy houses, don't do anything like that during this Mercury retrograde, because you may end up regretting it. Work looks like it's going to pick up for you during this time, but still, it's not the best time to leave a job for another. And there is a possibility of some unexpected money flowing in too that you weren't counting on. And if you're thinking about changing careers, not just changing jobs, but big changes, it would be best if you could put it off or wait until at least August or September. So if you can put it off till after the retrograde, you'll probably do much better. Love life is going to be impacted just a tad bit because of all of this emotion. If you're with another fire sign, you should be fine. If you're with a water sign, then chances are good that there's going to be a lot of rehashing old relationship issues during this. The same goes for Aries natives who were committed or in a relationship with earth signs. The earth element will also be feeling this energy in a more chaotic way. Generally, your earth signs keep you grounded and keep you moving forward when you have a tendency to go off on a tangent. But they're going to have a rough time with this as well. So it could be that you may need to kind of keep them grounded during it. So that's a little change. But it's nothing that you can't handle. The recent added attention that you've put on your relationship has really helped clear the air in lots of areas. You've had more of a chance to kind of talk through things where maybe before you used work or other things as an excuse to kind of get away from the situation. So now you've started working through some of these problems. So things are actually looking better for Aries that are in committed long-term relationships. For Aries that are, in relatively new relationships, this has been a good time of trust building and really getting to know your partner. Aries is a deeply passionate sign, but they often struggle with defining that passion or putting it into words or putting it into meaningful gestures in a way that their partner can really understand. It's not always easy to communicate. So this time is going to be really frustrating if you're in a newer relationship, because there's going to be lots of misunderstandings and miscommunication. But all in all, it's not that horrible. It's not going to be the end of a relationship unless it was already on the rocks. So just minor ups and downs. Just laugh it off and be patient. Plus, taking time to really listen to your partner or listen to your family members will only add to the depth of the relationship. It's not necessarily bad, and maybe it will clear the air and lend some clarity to the direction that the relationship needs to go in next. Single Aries, this is not a time to make major life changes such as move in with somebody or take your relationship to the next level. Don't propose, nothing like that, until after the retrograde. If you still feel the way you feel now in August, then yes, go for it. But like I say, now you're going to be a little bit more melancholy and probably more likely to reach out to somebody from the past. That will probably pass when we end the retrograde. This is going to be, all in all, a much easier ride for you. The biggest problem that you're going to have is that you can't travel freely and you can't go out and have the adventures you want to have because of social distancing. And it does vary from state to state, town to town, country to country, how much travel you can do. And that's going to be your biggest headache during Mercury retrograde. Other than that, you should be fine. Okay, I hope you found this little mini reading helpful. If you would like your own personal reading, you can find me here. I'll put the link up here and also in the description box. Thank you guys so much for tuning in and being a part of the Serenity family. Reiki blessings. Bye-bye.